the point is this. You reserve the right to decline men, and I reserve the right to decline women for whatever reason we see fit, and your past trauma is irrelevant to my mating selection, just like my past trauma is irrelevant to your mating selection. Period. I think that one was, that's over there. Did anyone else have anything to say? Are you walking off the show? Okay, she's walking off the show, guys. All right. We haven't done this in a while. It's a self-castle.
Bienvenidos sean todos de nuevo a mi canal. Espero y todos estén teniendo un fantástico fin de semana. El día de hoy les tengo un video resubido, el cual fue borrado por mí ya que no era elegible para la monetización de YouTube. Probablemente muchos de ustedes ya vieron este video, pero en este video ahora incluyo mi opinión y también es un poco más largo donde se muestra a la mujer levantarse e irse del show porque no puede tolerar que sus sentimientos sean heridos. Si eres nuevo en mi canal y no sabes qué show es este show se llama Fresh and Fit. Es un podcast que va dirigido a los hombres y que demuestra el verdadero comportamiento y pensamiento de muchas mujeres hacia los hombres y para que nosotros como hombres podamos mejorar y entender mejor el pensamiento femenino. Básicamente es un podcast donde se le dice la verdad a las mujeres, lo cual a mi opinión lo necesitábamos con urgencia. De nuevo, les recuerdo que mis videos son hechos para entretener, educar y analizar diferentes temas políticos que suceden alrededor del mundo independientemente de nuestra ubicación o creencias personales. Ustedes tienen la última palabra para decidir quién está en lo correcto o no. Dejando dicho esto, les tengo el resumen del video de hoy. En el video de hoy tenemos a Myron y a Fresh debatiendo con 5 mujeres feministas sobre el por qué cuando un hombre tiene preferencias es considerado inseguro, miedoso o discriminatorio, pero cuando una mujer tiene preferencias es considerada una mujer con estándares y una mujer que sabe lo que quiere. Este debate se da hasta el punto en que la chica de amarillo con lentes decide salirse del podcast ya que no puede aguantar la realidad ni el hecho de que un hombre le diga las cosas como son. Dicho esto, empecemos con el video.
I'm asking you, I approached you, I am dressed a certain way, I have black Air Forces, jean shorts, a little oversized, baggy tee, and I go, hey, nice to meet you, my name is Myron, but I'm polite and nice, and I ask you, can we go on a date? Would you go on a date with me?
No, I wouldn't go on a date with him.
Fair enough. Is it not fair to, but here's the thing. What you don't know is I have a Lamborghini parked outside, a mansion in Malibu, and I do very well financially. But what did you do?
But that doesn't...
Hold on, let me finish. You judge the book by a cover off of your preferences.
Yeah, but
hold on, let me finish. The difference is this. It's okay when women have preferences. It's considered preferences. You can reject the guy, it ain't a big deal. But if a man has preferences that represses a female's sexuality or holds her accountable for her past actions, it's considered you were a nerd before you had sex, you just started getting girls, you small dick energy, you're judgmental, whatever. Why is it that when a man holds a woman to a standard, it's considered judgmental, but when you hold us to a standard and we don't qualify, it's considered just preferences?
No, I didn't. At the end of the day, if a guy walked up to me and he had Air Forces or whatever, it doesn't matter what the guy is wearing. It's the way that he comes and approaches me.
But here's the thing. You were okay with rejecting me, but not by judging a book by its cover. But if I say I don't want a woman that has a promiscuous past, it's considered judgmental. So in other words, only women have the right to be judgmental when it comes to assessing the opposite gender's suitability for a relationship.
You're not judgmental on
No. Hold on. Very, like, just now, let's just call a spade. What you've basically said is only women are afforded the opportunity to be judgmental when assessing the opposite. Let me finish. When assessing the opposite gender's suitability in a relationship. But if I say I don't want a hoe, I didn't want a girl that has a past, it's considered judgmental. But you are okay with rejecting a guy that doesn't meet certain requirements.
You're saying like you want a young girl, you want a this, you want a that, but you wouldn't know any of that. You wouldn't know if that 19-year-old got raped or went through so much things, and you're sitting here judging her. Oh, because she came from your country or she came from another country, that she's not like American women. What makes you think that? You don't know. You don't know any.
En estos primeros minutos del video podemos ver cómo es que esta mujer ya se está irritando por lo que le dice Myron, al punto de debatir diciendo que las mujeres sí pueden juzgar a alguien por cómo lo ven sin la necesidad de pensar o saber qué vivió ese hombre en el pasado para ser así, como el ejemplo del escenario que dio Myron. Pero cuando ella ve que los hombres también podemos hacer eso, inmediatamente dice que los hombres no sabemos por lo que pasan las mujeres y que por eso deberíamos de no juzgarlas. En otras palabras, se contradice. Continuemos.
You don't know.
Can I offer some clarity? So basically what you're judging, what she's judging is facts that you would find out in a more intimate setting talking. And what you're asking her to judge is something she's seeing physically, a twitch, you know, whatever. You're talking about the Lambo and the wealth, that's outside. She doesn't know that until maybe she walks out, maybe the second date. But what she is talking about, the details that you're judging, which you have every right to judge. Everyone has their preference. It's not wrong for you to judge someone for their past or whatever. But what you're saying is you're asking her to judge what she sees, and you're judging facts that you would learn that she would open up and give you. You get what I'm saying? Like,
are men and women the same?
No.
Who approaches?
Well, nowadays it's different, but men approach women.
Yeah, men approach women.
The circumstances are different.
So the point is this: if anything,
but the playing field is not the same.
Because men and women aren't the same.
That's the point.
There's different sets of
I
rules.
Know.
You can't use male.
I just said clarity.
I just
said clarity.
No, but here's the problem. Your clarity is using a male lens to assess a situation. So this is what a lot of women do. Y'all want to use male rules when it suits you, but then you want to also use female rules when it suits you.
Yeah. I mean.
For example, you want to be able to write off a man that doesn't come off as attractive in the beginning, but if I say I didn't want a girl that has a past, especially after I've discovered some facts, that's considered judgmental.
You're right.
Do you guys? Because here's the thing. No. Hold on. Let me finish, man. Let me finish.
I'm just
like the thing here is that what we've proven very blatantly, and I think the chat's going to agree with this, is that only women reserve the right to disqualify the opposite gender from a relationship based on facts that come to them initially. But I'm saying you date the girl, you assess her, you vet her, which takes even more time. And if she has a past, don't commit to her seriously because you have far more to lose as a man. And here's the thing. We don't play by the same set of rules. I argue, if anything, men should be more judgmental to women than women are of men. But
I feel like
we live in a world where women are 1,000% incentivized, encouraged, and actually told you should pick the best. Don't settle, girl. We have all this propaganda telling women that there should be put on a pedestal and no guy is worth your time if he doesn't do certain things. But if I say, we don't want no hoes, we don't want a girl that's going to ruin our family, we don't want a girl that's going to get pregnant by another guy or suck my dick's friend, that's considered judgmental.
By no means.
But no. But that's what I'm trying to say. Anytime a man exerts boundaries on what he wants in a woman, it's met with contempt, shaming language, and insults, just like she did just now. And here's the thing. I ain't going to knock you for it. That's fine. You can feel the way that you want to feel.
Let me
finish.
It should be
we can finish. We're not equal, though. Men are not equal.
Yeah, look at you.
Men and women are not equal. And I'll be happy to explain that to you.
This podcast, you have not been equal to me like you have with other women. So.
Well, it's our show, and we have to run the show at a certain cadence and everything else like that, and make sure that there's some mic etiquette.
How are we not equal?
So
I know, because
hold on, we'll give her a chance to talk.
He's just been an asshole.
Well, okay, so now you're going to name call.
Muy acertado lo que dice Myron. El hecho de que un hombre juzgue a la mujer basado en su pasado no es lo mismo a que una mujer juzgue a un hombre por lo que tiene o por cómo se ve o cómo actúa. Y esto es simplemente porque las mujeres y los hombres somos diferentes y nos atraen diferentes cosas. Es así de simple. El problema de hoy es que a las mujeres, por el hecho de ser mujeres, se les trata como unas diosas, unas reinas, y estas se creen que están arriba de cualquier otro ser humano, que en este caso son los hombres. Más hombres necesitamos ser más críticos y duros con las mujeres para bajarlas de la nube en que viven, porque como hombres en el sistema de hoy tenemos mucho más que perder. Continuemos.
So the point I'm trying to make is men and women are different, and it's very obvious from what you've said that only women reserve the right to be judgmental of the opposite gender.
I didn't say that. You did. You said that I said that.
That is a conclusion I came to.
You gave me a scenario, right?
Yes.
You gave me that scenario. I told you my answer, and you justified what I felt because of what you think, not because of what I said.
Based off of what you said, the logical conclusion is men cannot have standards, but women can.
No,
I'm
saying simple. That you shouldn't be judging anybody. Like you shouldn't judge women. I feel like both of when we come into when I see a man, I get we should both be able to judge. You know your type. Cool. I know my type. I'm not gonna talk to no guy that's ugly. You're not gonna talk to no girl that's older, I guess, or 30 years old. And that's your preference. This is my preference. I just think that the way that you act when it comes to women is very egotistical. It's just not fair. You're not fair when you talk about women. You bash them. You don't sit there and you don't upscale them and any of your talks.
Have you watched our podcast before?
Yes, I have. I watched your podcast and I was in the last one.
So you would know much game we give to women every single night. How to avoid bad guys. How to avoid guys that will finesse you. So we give advice to girls as well. But you're in your feelings a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. You definitely are.
Because at the end of the day, I just feel see it too. I'm aggravated. I'm aggravated with the way he treated me. With the way he treats women, I don't like it.
How did you treat you bad? Please tell me how he treats women. Please tell me.
He's just very arrogant. He just has so much judgment on everything that every woman does, and every woman is different. You don't know what a woman has. You don't know how many bodies nobody has. You don't know their story. You don't know what they've been through.
Okay.
So for you to sit there and act
fresh. The world does not owe you understanding. I'm gonna say that again. The world does not owe you understanding, and neither do I.
Aquí, la mujer ya está en un estado en el cual no puede pensar claramente y se ve la frustración de no poder argumentar nada, ya que ella sabe muy bien que Myron tiene la razón. Por ende, decide atacar y hacerse la víctima diciendo que Myron trata mal a las mujeres. Eso es algo típico de las mujeres, jugar a ser la víctima para sacar ventaja de eso y desviar el tema principal. Pero rápidamente Myron la calla diciendo que el mundo no le debe entendimiento ni a ella ni a nadie. Simplemente es la cruda realidad y el hecho de que las mujeres se pongan así de intensas te debe de decir todo lo que está mal con nuestra sociedad al criar a las mujeres como merecedoras de todo cuando esto no es así. Sigamos con la última parte del video y conclusión.
So I am free to judge a book by its cover just like you are. You don't reserve that right to judge the opposite gender by a book of its cover.
You're not.
That's the problem. You feel like I'm saying the world does not owe you an explanation for not accepting you, period, and neither do men.
I don't want the world to accept me. I accept me.
Well, that's what you're saying. You don't know their past. You don't know what they've been through, whatever. I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to make you happy if you're not happy from your past. That is not my job. That is not my duty.
So basically you're saying, right?
Sure, go ahead.
No, I want you to just justify exactly what you're saying. I know you said it 4 times already. All right?
Well,
I know you did.
He's trying to, but don't cut him off, please. Thank you. Go ahead.
All right.
The world does not owe you understanding for your past, and neither do I, and neither does any man that deals with you. If you come with a past, you come with situations, you come with trauma, whatever it is, I reserve the right to disqualify a woman that has a past from being in my future. I'm going to say that again and make it crystal fucking clear. The world does not owe you an explanation. And on top of that, I do not owe a woman who has a past the opportunity to be in my future, period. Okay. Just like you reserve the right to not want to date a guy that has a tick, to not date a guy that doesn't wear a certain type of clothing, to not date a guy that doesn't make a certain amount of money, that doesn't reach a height requirement, that doesn't decide to wear, sunglasses on his Instagram pictures. The point is this: you reserve the right to decline men, and I reserve the right to decline women for whatever reason we see fit, and your past trauma is irrelevant to my mating selection, just like my past trauma is irrelevant to your mating selection, period. I think that one was, that's over there. Did anyone else have anything to say?
No. I have something to say.
Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead, Sasha.
Okay, so I think that women have the upper hand. And if you have the upper hand, are you going to want to give that up? Hell no.
Are you walking off the show?
Of course.
Okay. She's walking off the show, guys. All right. We haven't done this in a while. It's a self-castle.
Y al final, la chica decide salir llorando. Díganme, ¿qué les pareció el video? Sé que es un video que ya había subido, pero lo tuve que volver a subir por la monetización de YouTube. Por favor, comenten sus opiniones al respecto, ya que me gusta mucho el leer varios puntos de vista de todos ustedes. Y antes de irse, por favor, háganme un gran favor al darle like al video, suscribirse a mi canal y si pueden, compartan mis videos, ya que con eso me ayudan mucho con el algoritmo de YouTube. Espero y todos tengan un gran fin de semana. Saludos y hasta el siguiente video.